Welcome back to the channel, and I just want to apologize to everyone for not getting any videos out lately. Between the weather, the work, the wife, the kids, and I did manage to herniate some disc in my neck, so I've been doing quite a bit of physical therapy about 2 or 3 times a week to help resolve the issues. But today we're going to look at the Legion RC10. In my last video we upgraded the power system to a Ghoul RC. I didn't like the startup power, so I did replace it with a Hobby Wing system, which is much better. And I've been running it a while, and I want to go over some things that I've experienced so far. Some of the issues I've had with the truck are the dog bones binding in the cups, but I know there's a couple videos out on the Volcano which address that, so I did that. And I also changed out the fluid in the differentials to 10,000 weight. Some of the other issues I've had was I had the differential leak, which wasn't a big deal. I did bend a shock shaft, but I did manage to bend it back pretty straight. And the final thing that happened to me was one of the teeth in the ring and pinion, the actual pinion, when the teeth on the pinion broke off. So at that point I knew it was time to do some real maintenance and go over the truck. As I disassembled the truck, I went over everything to make sure it was working properly. I did notice that the rear suspension mounts, where the rear suspension pins go through, was cracked, so I was looking to get some replacements. Some of the other things I've noticed while disassembling it is the lack of freedom in the suspension arms, so I drilled out all the arms to 3mm for smooth operation. After I went over the whole truck, I ordered some parts, so let's check it out now. Stop the music, stop the music. This is more than a body and bumper put onto a truck. I wasn't a big fan of the cage and body combination, so I picked up this body. While I had it new, I decided to reinforce it with shoe glue, drywall tape, and some extra plastic around the mounting holes. The front end is dominated by the bumper. This is not a T-bone racing bumper, but my own bumper I made out of 1/8" Kydex. It's held down by 6 screws to the chassis and another 2 screws to the front shock tower. The front and rear shock towers are made out of a 1/8" FR4 material. It's very stiff and it's like carbon fiber but using glass fiber instead. The body mounts are the same Kydex I use for the bumper, with 1/4" screws with holes drilled through them for the body pins. The front C-hubs, knuckles, steering rack, and rear carriers have been upgraded to aluminum. I changed out the shock oil to a 40 weight front and rear. The front steering rack is a little bit longer than stock, so at full turn it hits the inner part of the chassis. I also upgraded the servo to a high-tech 5645 Metal Gear servo. It's twice as strong as stock, and it should be a good improvement. I upgraded the dog bones to a universal joint that is adjustable. I saw on YouTube where the owner of a Volcano upgraded his drive shaft to a shutter shaft, drive cup, and added a 5mm universal joint up front. To replace the rear suspension mounts, I found an option that was out of aluminum. I also made my own hinge pins. Last but not least, I epoxied a piece of all-thread to the center brace of the chassis. My concerns before I run is the amount of steering throw since the rack hits the chassis. Also, the universals seem a little bit on the thin side. We're going to do a speed test of the truck. I have an old phone attached to it and we're going to get a speed. Top speed right there. Oh wow, okay. And let's see the speed that we got. Let's come in here, let's take a look. Looks like we got 34 miles an hour. At this point, I hand the controls over to my daughter. The truck spins out a lot due to loose, dry dust.
Where'd it go? Whoa, that thing flew.
I had a great time making this video, and I'll leave links in the description for parts I used. And again, thanks for watching.